everything is just about getting to know what exactly to do and who to actually lead you or direct you as to what to do. And then you find your way doing exactly that. So I started teaching at GIMPA, communication. And then from there, while I was teaching, somebody also noticed me at GIMPA. And then he says, well, we are the law faculty. If you would love to come and teach, we would be very excited. And I started teaching at the Faculty of Law at GIMPA as well. And so that was how I got into the university environment. So I did my master's. And then I fulfilled my dream of becoming a broadcaster, and then also fulfilled my dream of teaching at the university environment. And the other things, I could say them, but it would take a longer time. All that I'm trying to say is that I was able to follow a certain course of action based on my purpose, based on my plan, based on the things that I had set out to become, and I became all of them just because I had a plan and I was following that plan, and I was also tapping into God's strength and direction and wisdom and guidance, and all of them just fell in their proper places. So that is one of the things that you need to know. You must first of all position yourself strategically for opportunities. So if I hadn't gotten my master's, there is no way I would have started teaching at GIMPA. If I hadn't gone for some kind of internships at Radio University, there was no way I could get an opportunity to be a broadcaster on GTV. If I hadn't done, certain things, there were a lot of other things that I could mention, but they all positioned me for other opportunities later in life. This United Nations opportunity that just came, it was, I didn't apply for it. I mean, I was just somewhere thinking about my life, and then a friend called and said, this is something we are considering you for, because we've looked at your profile and you've got everything that we need. You've got opportunities in the media, you've got, opportunities in corporate communication, you've done, you do marketing, you do advertising, you can teach, you can explain things to people and all of that, and you understand what the society, should be like in terms of sustainable development, and that's exactly what we need for this United Nations position. And I was like, well, bring it on, I'm in for it, so that's it. You've got to position yourself very strategically if you want to grab certain offers. Nobody will come and present an offer to you if you don't have what it takes in order for you to get that opportunity. They will look out for what skill set you have built over time, what qualifications you've garnered or acquired over time, how you have carried yourself over time, and all of that. So there are a lot of other things that we'll need to talk about. I'll run through a few of them, just a few of them. I named them the 10 C's for success. 10 C's. The first one is what? The first one is clarity. You need to be clear in your mind what you want to be. You cannot be anything good, anything important, anything purposeful, unless you are clear in your mind what exactly you want to be. So I told you right from the outset, I went to secondary school and I saw that I was a square peg in a round hole. I was totally I didn't fit where I was put. I didn't want to be a scientist. No, I didn't want it. I didn't love it. It wasn't my purpose. It was a societal kind of expectation that, if you're good as a person who is, I was the village champion at that time, my JHS, I was the village champion in terms of education, and so the village champions are sent to go and read science, you see? Science. You heard one of the clips recently, some girl, general arts and science, said the science people are the ones at the top. And then the general arts and the visual arts, home economics, they are the ones down there because they make a lot of noise, So that's the perception in the society. And I've experienced it because I've noticed, I noticed at that time that science was more respected. General arts was not respected, but I said, no, I won't follow what people are respecting. I have to make mine also respected, you see? And so I had to get out and then follow my dream and my passion. So Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2 says, read with me, write the vision and what? On tablets, so that he may run with it who reads it. Hallelujah. Feel like preaching here. Now, so the Bible is very clear on this. You cannot run if you don't have a vision where you're going. You need to be clear in your mind. Have a clear vision and purpose for your life. So I did one thing. After university, and I didn't know about it, so it was after university that I knew about it, and so that was when I did it. That was about writing a mission statement for your life, or having a life plan, or a vision statement, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a matter of just define who you are, what you want to be in each segment. So, spiritual, what exactly do you want to become spiritually? So have a purpose and a plan for that. Don't just, say, wake up and then you pray and then you are, no. What are you praying for? Where are you going with the prayer? What is it that it's going to accomplish in your life? What is it that you want to add to it to become spiritually mature, to learn, to be able to impact people and all of that? That is clearly stated in the plan. And then academically, what do you want to be? I had a plan. Academically, I had to make at least 4 A's in a semester. If we are doing 8 courses, I have to make 4 A's. And then I know I will remain in the first class. And no matter what, I will make it. So there is no two ways about it. It's not, I won't blame any lecturer for anything. Oh, the lecturer gave me a C. No lecturer will give me a grade that I don't deserve. I will write, and there is no way you can go and give me a C based on what I've written. And so that was my plan, and I kept to it every semester. I made it, and I got my first class at the end of the day, 3.75. That was my final GPA. So you have to have a plan for your academics. Don't leave everything to chance. Everything is going the way that it wants to go. No, have a plan, follow through it, make sure you do it, and you will get it. And then your career, where do you want to get to? You see, so don't let life also just be pushing you wherever it wants to push you. Have a plan. As I told you, of course, after school, everybody's looking for a job. We are all looking for a job and all of that. And anything that comes, then we take it, But you must reach a stage where you decide that, okay, there are a lot of options, but I want this particular one. And I want to get it. I want to grab it. And that's where I'm going. So don't just let because unemployment, graduate unemployment, I don't want to be part of the Unemployed Graduates Association. And so anything that comes, then you grab it. No. Is it part of your plan? Does it fall in any part of your plan? You've got to be for leadership skills, entrepreneurship development. How do you groom yourself? All of that. So I can share with you later. I can send it to Linda, my mission statement that I wrote just after university, and you'll see that all that I've become is based on a plan I was following, not because life was passing me somewhere and me too I was following. No, it was a plan I was following. And during COVID time, that was one of the things I did for a lot of my mentees. COVID, we were just in the house, eating and sleeping and that sort of thing. And so I said, no, it shouldn't just be a matter of eating and sleeping and wasting away a whole year. So what was I doing? Everyone who had offered themselves to be mentored by me, I said, I want you to take this particular period to develop your mission statement or your life plan. And that was what you have to submit it. There is no two ways. Otherwise, I disown you, So all of them, and some of them are sitting here. One of them is there, Ezekiel. You have to write it. And it's there, life and colored. And every aspect of your life, you have to define what it is that you want in that aspect. What is the plan you would use to achieve that? It's not just about wishes. We don't do wishful thinking. It's about strategic planning. And then by this year, I must become this, and this is the step I will use to get there, and this is what I need, and this is what I'm doing to get what I need to get there. Everything is written on paper, because they say what? If you just want to keep it in mind here, it will remain a wish. There is no energy behind it. There is nothing that is going to be compelling you towards it. So put it on paper. Write it plain on tablets. We don't write on tablets. Okay, we have tablets as well, But during that time, it was stones that they were writing the stuff on. That's a real tablet. It's not our kind of tablets today. So write it on paper, or you want to write it on your phone or whatever, laptop. And that he may run with it who reads it. Then define how to go about attaining those goals. I've mentioned that. And focus on getting the results, not just activities. That's one of the things that we don't get right. We want to be busy. We wake up and then we are running and we are going and we are coming and we are going and we are coming. We are so busy. Then you come and say, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. What did you achieve with your tiredness, your busybody? What did you achieve in the day? Mention one or two that you achieved based on your plan for your life. You didn't achieve anything. You just went to run about and then you have come and you are so tired. No, if you live your life that way, you would not become anything. You will not amount to much because you're just running around. No, sit down and based on your plan, then daily you put that at the end of today, I must achieve these one or two things. Then tomorrow, one or two things. Following through your plan. Not just because you are busy and they say we should come and we are going and we are going for lectures, we are coming to programs and we are going to church and we are... Is it part of anything that you are ultimately looking forward to? That is very key because we've done a lot of things. People do a lot of things. At the end of the day, it's not amounting to anything in their plan, and that's not good enough. Make sure you focus on achieving results and not just activities. Number 2 is what? Competence. Mention it loud. Competence. So Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10 says, whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might. That is it. Whatever it is that your hands find to do, just do it with all your might, with all your competence, with all your strength, with all your soul, your ability. Let your heart be in it. Don't let anybody think that, this thing, they just handed a job to him and he was just doing it in a wishy-washy manner. He didn't really like it. He's not interested in it. Somebody just gave it to him on a silver platter. I don't want that to be said about me anywhere. It is me and my soul, my body, my spirit, my all in it, or I get out of it. It's as simple as that. I don't want to be part of anything that, it's like I'm in, as if I'm not in, as if we are. No, you must be in if you want to be in. If you don't want to be in, just get out. Other people want that job. So that is it. Focus on what you can do and do it well. And then if you know your strengths, it helps you to focus. That's one of the things that I'm teaching some of my mentees. We have to take an aptitude test, a personality test, by force, by fire. You will take it and you will analyze your personality. Tell me the kind of person you are. And, those, phlegmatic, choleric and all of that, and, melancholic and sanguine, I know who I am. I'm a sanguine. High sanguine, based on your style. That's high I, influencing. So I know what I am, who I am, the strengths and my weaknesses and all of that. And I know what it is that I can do in order for people to really get the value they want from me and what it is that my weaknesses are and how I can minimize them. If you don't know who you are, you cannot be anything better. Because you don't know who you are in the first place. So you need to get to know who you are and your weaknesses, your strengths, and then excellence yields opportunity. If you do one thing and you excel, the next opportunity will come and you have to kill it. The next one will come, then you kill it. But if you don't excel in the first one, it will be difficult for you to just keep up the steam. So competence, develop some kind of competencies. Know what it is that you are interested in. Some of you are mathematically inclined. Develop that competence very well and look out for opportunities where they're looking for people who are very good mathematically. Some of you are very good theologically. You can preach the word of God and people will transform and people will change and people will become what God wants them to be. Develop it to the highest of the peak. One of the problems we also have is that we think that talent is enough. There's a whole book written by John C. Maxwell. It says, talent is not enough. That's the title of the book. You've got to go look for it and read it. Many of the things that we do as young people, we think that, oh, I've got a talent to play ball, I've got a talent to sing, I've got a talent, and that's it. We don't develop it, we don't add anything to it, and we think that that's the end of it. My field is communication, it's media, but the kind of books I've read, the kind of courses I've done, the kind of people I've listened to, every day I want to become a better person. Whatever it is that you are doing, become better at it. Be the best. When they are calling people in that field, your name must come up. People must know you for what you are doing because of your competence. Don't just become raw because you think that, oh, I have the talent for it and so people should just be calling me. No, talent must be developed, must be sharpened. Don't be a raw talent. So competence is very important. Then number 3 is what? Concentration. When you know what to do, just keep at it. You see, that's one of the good things that you need to know. So, for example, I told you that I tested a lot of things. You know, I didn't even mention some of them. Yeah, I went acting, I went to teach, I went on radio. I actually did writing. I've also mentioned that I wrote a book. So I love to be an author. I wanted to become a poet. So at University of Ghana, I was doing poetry or everywhere I was going. You know, every poetry program, I'll be there and I'll win awards and all of that. I actually entered into student politics as well. University Department of English, I was the president. Yeah, because I wanted politics. I wanted to get into politics as well. So I was doing a lot of things. I was just testing the waters to see which one would be the best for me. But when I got to know that politics is not my thing, it doesn't look like I will succeed in politics, you know, though I won my elections there, I didn't really want to pursue it. Some other things, acting, you know, so you will be ruling out some of the things, you know, and then you will now narrow down on some key aspects. I said, no, I want to teach and I want to do media or communicate. That's it, full stop. So when you know what to do, then you concentrate on it and keep hitting there, and then you become an expert in it because it's the key to effectiveness. And don't be distracted. Complete the tasks that you begin. Don't start a lot of things and then just end them on the way. They must, you know, be on you must finish them. So concentration is very key. Learn a lot about what you can do, and when you know what to do, just keep hitting at it. You may not succeed immediately, but keep on at it. Then the next one is what? Mention it loud. So creative, and he has you as his image. That is the imago Dei, as they call it in Latin, the image of God. And so you cannot say you don't have any creative potential in you. You have a lot of it. Look for better ways to do the same thing. There are so many things that we are doing, but we are just doing it the way that other people did it 50 years ago, 100 years ago, just 10 years ago. We're still doing it the same way. Can't we do it any better? Can't we do it differently? Look for better ways to offer solutions to people's problems and difficulties. That's what people want, innovation. And then be flexible and always have a new idea to find solutions to problems. There are so many problems around us. People are looking for solutions to them, but they want innovative solutions, creative solutions, not just the same solutions that have failed. Innovative solutions. We had a program recently in our university. You know, one of our students is wearing one of the shirts. It's called Impact Week, you know. So Impact Week is a program that is organized by Lufthansa Airlines, you know, and then the Impact Week group. And basically what they do is to go around the world and get young people like you and to now let them think about problems in their own society differently and find creative solutions to them to make impact. Impact Week, and they use design thinking. They call it design thinking. It's a new way of looking at things. So it's the same problem, sanitation, but the way that the people will look at it, the way they will approach the problem is so different. They will use design thinking. So we will not come and do the same kind of solutions that we are offering. So that is what they are doing across the world. In Ghana, this is the third time they are coming, and it is Heritage Christian University College that they came to do that, you know, to train 110 and over of students and faculty and staff. So creativity, don't just be doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. No. Be flexible and always think about new solutions to problems. And then Common sense. They say it's not common to what? Common people. Yeah. So common sense. I would call it the sixth sense. You know, we have 5 senses, right? What are they? Sense of sight, smell, touch, what? Taste. Yeah, feeling. Feeling. Hearing. Is feeling part of it? It's not the same as touch. And then hearing. Okay, so you've mentioned all of that. Yeah, so 5. So the 6th sense is what we call intuition. That's the 6th sense. That one, you're not touching anything, you're not feeling anything. Wisdom, you know, and it comes from, he says what? Fear the Lord and have that fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And so apply that sound judgment and intuition to situations. There are things that will be happening around you and in our workplace and in our schools and all of that, in our relationships. It will call for wisdom. It's not just about because you're seeing it or you're feeling it or because you are seeing, touching it, but it's because you have to use your wisdom that God has granted you. And then think through things carefully. Think through things carefully. And train your mind to be prudent. Prudence means you must think before you act. Don't just act. And then learn from your setbacks. When people employ you, they'll be looking out for how you are applying wisdom to situations. Not just everything they have to tell you, everything they have to direct you, command you to do. You must use your own sense of common sense, to know that, the place is dirty, let's sweep it. My boss is not around. Let's do this for him or her. They mustn't just be everything you want to be instructed before you do it. No, nobody wants somebody that they always need to instruct. Then what's your use there? Because you are not using your 6th sense, and that's not good enough. If people employ you, they want you to use your 6th sense. Then consideration. Consideration. The next one is consideration. That's about consider other people. You see? Consider. In our world today, we are so self-centered. Everything is about me, us, But it shouldn't be so. Consider the other people. Consideration. How to develop good relationships. So people call it interpersonal relationships. People need that a lot. If you cannot do that in our world today, there's trouble for you. You can't succeed anywhere you go because you will always be fighting with people. Wherever you get, every environment, then you are class. And then have good people skills. Live at peace with all. Because in a corporate environment, nobody wants an environment that people are arguing and they are dragging issues and they are angry with themselves. There's bitterness everywhere. No. Nobody likes that. So be that kind of person who restores relationships and, creates that environment that people can come closer to you. They trust you. They can get close and they can interact with you, share their problems with you. It's very important. Consideration. Then the 7th one is, mention it loud, consistency. You have to be consistent. One of the problems with us young people too is that we are not consistent. Today we'll do something good. The next moment we are on the other side. We have double standards and it shouldn't be the case. Consistency is key. If your yes is your yes, your no must be your no. And then have a set of values and principles to live by and be dependable and reliable. Let people say, as for this guy, as for this lady, she will get the job done. We just have to go and sleep and she will get the job done. But if people have to sleep and then have to think, will this guy actually do this job? Will this person really go? Then it means you have failed. You cannot be dependable. Everything they have to think about whether the guy is doing the work or not. Nobody wants to employ somebody like that or even have a business partner like that. Have integrity to make you remain on track. Your yes must be your yes. Your no must be your no. Honesty and integrity. Open up and let people see who you are and they can really trust you. So consistency is one of the things that you need to build. Second to last is, maybe third to last, I should say, is what? Commitment. Stay true to your vision and purpose in life. As I said, if you have a vision or a plan, stay true to it. Because there will be a lot of distractions. There will be a lot of things that will come, tension and all of those things. You must decide how to relate to all the associations that matter to you, your family, your church, your work, your friends, your strangers, all of these people will come in. But they must all be part of your plan, and you must have a plan for each one of them. Otherwise, one can come and throw you off guard, your family or something, they'll just come in every day, family matters, family issues, family problems, family, you alone, you are the only one who has a family in the world. No, your family cannot take all your time and all your energy and all the problems. You are the one who is solving them. Yes, you've got to solve your problems, but it must not also take you away from maybe your associations in the church. The God's work that you have to do, it shouldn't then your work. And it's like every day you come to work, you are tired because of the family pressure. No, nobody wants to work with anybody like that. Family every day, this and that. Or maybe because of your work, it's having an impact on your family. It shouldn't be so. Or maybe on your church. And so it's time for church meetings and all of that. And you're never at any of such meetings. You cannot say you are somebody who really wants to have a good relationship with the church if none of the meetings, Sunday you are absent, weekdays you are absent, every day you are absent. You alone are the one who is working. No, it shouldn't be so. Then friends as well. Friends can be very good. They can also be terrible. My very first job I got at GBC, it was through a friend. You see, so a friend that I was helping. So while I was at Legon, we didn't have accommodation. So some of the times, yes, we did patching and all of that. But some other times as well, my final year, I rented a place just at Oponglo there, at the foot of the campus. And then a friend came to live with me. And he loved watching TV, and so every day he's watching TV and all of that. He saw the announcement on GTV that they were looking for newscasters. And then he called me and said, Conrad, I've seen this announcement. I know you are qualified for stay where you fall. It's very important. And then the last one is everybody must have the confidence that would give them the opportunity to always believe in themselves and in the ability that God has granted you. So there is self-confidence, but it must come from God confidence. So Philippians 4:13 says what? I didn't know you assembled a group of Christians here. I love that. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So it must come from God's confidence, our confidence in Christ, and not just ourselves and our flesh and our abilities and all of that. Yes, we've got all the potentials, all the skills, education and exposure, but you must trust in God. Those things can come down one second, but God's confidence will always sail you through problems and difficulties. And believe that God has given you all the potential to do exceptional things. Expand your horizon, stretch yourself, and make yourself very, able to do more exceptional things. God will always lead you to victory. God doesn't want you to become a failure in life. God wants you to become victorious, to be led in triumph, following Him and His plan for your life. Everything that you want to do, involve God in. That, you see, there is success and significance. It's recently that I started reflecting on that. And so my show that I am hosting on Truth TV is called The Conrado Show. And we are looking at just 3 things. Purpose, passion, defines success. John C. Maxwell, actually, says, knowing your purpose in life, reaching to the maximum potential, and then sowing seeds that benefit others. So 3 things. Knowing your purpose in life. If you don't know your abilities that God has granted to you, when we are burying you, we must know that yes, this guy has used all his potentials in life and he has emptied himself. And we can go and dump your body somewhere, because that one we don't need it. All your potentials have been lived to the fullest, And then the last bit of it is that you have sown seeds that have impacted or benefited the lives of other people. Don't lead and that's where significance comes, accomplishment, and you've reached your purpose and attained, your highest potential and all of that. But after that, has it benefited anybody? If it hasn't benefited anybody, you were successful. For us to begin the journey of success, but whenever you think about flying, if you can't fly, then you must do what? If you can't run, you must what? If you can't walk, then you must. But no matter what you do, by all means, you must keep moving forward. Keep moving. Just don't stand still. Just keep moving. So say it with me. If you can't fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. I wish you all the best. God bless you and keep you.